tear your soul apart.
Hello, fiends, and welcome to this week's episode. You're in for a treat. How many of you love the movie Hellraiser? We are going to be doing a Pinhead-inspired heel. Look at these things. They're monstrous. You can kick some serious ass wearing these. Not that I'm encouraging you to do that.
I am pain.
How freaking fantastic are these? And with the help of my best Ghoulfriend Heidi, she was able to kind of walk me through the making of these since she's such a cobbler and knows how to do these on the regular. Not this one in particular, but other shoes. Anywho, so yeah, take a gander at these bad boys, and I'm gonna give you your list of supplies of things that you're gonna need in order to make these. But before I do, you know me and my fun facts, I thought I'd share one with you before we got started. Doug Bradley, who played Pinhead in Hellraiser, it took him a little over 6 hours every time he had to transform into Pinhead during the filming. Pretty bananas, right? 6 hours in the hot seat with all these pins, nails. Pretty cool. Anyways, okay, so here we go. I'm gonna post your supplies and let's do it, fiends. See you.
Allow me to show it to you.
Alrighty, fiends. So here is your list of everything that you're gonna need. Pull all that together and let's get started. Take your white acrylic paint and start with that. Your shoe, obviously, and paintbrush. And you're simply going to literally just paint your shoe. One thing I didn't get a chance to mention is the style of shoe you choose to do and transform into Pinhead. I chose a very obnoxious looking heel because I wanted it to be dramatic. But for you, you can choose any shoe to do this. Oh yeah, don't forget to paint your strap if you do have straps on your heel, because you're going to want everything to be white. But ta-da, there you go. All white. Then you're going to move on to that molding paste, and again with a paintbrush. Make sure when you get that molding paste too that it's for acrylic paint, so that way it sticks. So the deal with the molding paste is also, you're going to also want to let your shoe dry after you've painted it white. So anyways, back to the molding paste. You're going to basically lather this on pretty thick because you're going to be making lines in it, you know, much like Pinhead's face. So you're going to want it to be thick. I was under the impression that it started looking like frosting, like on a cake. Am I right? So kind of go for that vibe. But there you go. You're going to take the end of a paintbrush and you're going to draw out lines. Don't mind my crooked ass lines. But that's another reason why you want the molding paste to be thick. So that way when you go back in to make your checkers, you know, the lines crossing back and forth to resemble Pinhead's face, it's going to, you know, show up and be very distinguished. So yeah, go ahead and do that to your shoe. Might take you a little while, and if it gets all goopy, you can always just wipe it on a paper towel. Easy breezy. Next, grab your red acrylic paint and put a little of that down. I used a smaller paintbrush for this. I wanted to make sure I somewhat got within the lines, but again, it's blood. It's supposed to be blood, so I was kind of going for a more messy vibe, if you will. So don't feel as though you need to stay in the lines, you know? So yeah, go ahead and take your time and do that. And there we go. All finished with that. Next, you're going to take your black acrylic paint. You like my setting change? Jumping around from one scene to the next. Next, you're going to take that black acrylic paint. This is actually Heidi telling me why black over the red makes sense. And after I did it, it completely does. Because the red is so bright that clearly regular human blood doesn't look that bright. So if you add a little bit of the black in there, it kind of darkens it up and makes it look a little bit more realistic. And I'm all about the realness. So yeah, definitely do that. Just a little, over the red. Anyways, let's catch up. Moving on. Okay, so E6000 glue. Put a little of that down on maybe a piece of paper, paper towel, a plate, whatever. And take those wire cutters, and as you're seeing right here, I have my nails. And I'm basically snipping the tip off of the nails so it's a dull end. And obviously, there it is. And the reason I'm doing this is because these are going to go right through the shoe at the part where your foot would be. And at the end of the day, when you're wearing, and if you're wearing these, you don't want to feel the nail at all. Am I right? So yeah, let me show you. So take your snub nose pliers and the nail that just got clipped, and you're basically going to pierce this through your heel. And see how my hand is on the other side of the shoe where of course your foot would be, so I can feel where it's piercing through and making sure it's basically flush with the shoe and not going to touch my hand, my foot, whatever. And yeah, and the E6000 holds it in place and you won't feel it on your foot. So you're kind of good like that. So here is a regular nail. Take the snub nose pliers and grab it. And this one we're going to actually put towards the bottom of the shoe where obviously there is no foot to pierce. And, the base of that shoe is really thick. So you don't need the E6000. And it goes in a lot like butter. So I use those other pliers, by the way, too, to just kind of pull the nail out a little bit so it's sticking out as far as it can. And here we go again, another one in like the base part of the shoe. It just kind of handles the nails easy breezy. And again, pulling it out just a smidge. So yeah, that's the way it looks right there. 2 in the sole and 1 near your foot. So, oh yeah, here's another one too. It's like close to the sole of the shoe. Those ones go in pretty smooth as well. So just go ahead and, tackle away your shoe. It'll take you a hot minute to do everything. There's my baby bird, Lucifer. The next challenge is the heel part of the shoe. You could actually only put these nails in on the very, very sides, on both sides. You can't put them down the spine of the heel. It's too hard unless you're literally like hammering them in there, which even at that point is almost impossible. So just a little tip for you. But anyways, that's pretty much the gist. And at that point,
games.
You're done, and here they are. Ugh, Pinhead would be so proud. So they should look a lot like this. Just a big bloody mess. Alright, boys and ghouls, I am out of here. Thank you again so much for tuning in this week. Big love out to you guys. Love! Oh my god. Okay, so thank you again. Have a frightfully good rest of your week. And until then, thank you again. Like and subscribe. Mwah. You have loved the movie. How many of you love stuff? Wow, it almost looks like there's cobwebs, but it's actually glue. That looks trippy. Okay.